caucus real quick. Hello? All right, number one, Sam, ordinance amending section 2-17.
So we were supposed to have a public safety committee meeting yesterday. Unfortunately, something else came up. I had to cancel. I rescheduled it for next Tuesday. But I did meet with the mayor, the public safety commissioner.
Put your mic on.
Sorry. I'll start over. So for ordinance amending section 2-17, based on recommendations of the chiefs, the public safety commissioner sat down with the mayor, law. We have probably several sections that we're going to either take out or amend. I didn't get a chance to finish it all, so next Tuesday we'll have everything ready and submitted to everybody. Law was in agreement. I just think this piece needs to be updated moving forward with nuisance abatement inside the city, and that's it. So as soon as I get that revised, I plan on meeting with the clerk's office on Friday to go through everything. So I'll give you the updates and then have the public safety meeting, let you know what we went through, put in, amended, took out, and then go from there.
What time's that meeting, 5:30?
5:30.
5:30.
Is 5:30 okay for everybody?
Good.
Okay, all right. The second piece is rescind and replace 2-15-45. There's not very many changes to this one. I think this is gonna be trial and error based on what we can and cannot do, how the departments are running. But again, this is something that I think that the city should look at, and obviously it's gonna be based on the council, what they choose to do, moving forward. So there wasn't, like I said, wasn't much that changed in this. Yeah, these are all gonna go in committee, if allowed be.
So there's number two, so number three, right?
Yep, so one, two, and then three will all go into committee. Two was the last one, that was the rescind and replace.
Okay.
And section 3 was the ordinance, adding section 2-15-11, required graffiti notification removal program. The only thing that I changed on this piece was adding a definition to what graffiti is. And I think there was one other section that we amended, and one of those components that, I mean, this is gonna be up to the council to see if this is something that they wanna do. Again, trial and error. I would like to see this pass, but that was the only thing that changed to that, was adding a definition. The rest stayed the same. If there's any other thing or any other section in ordinance number 3 that anybody wanted to see, let me know. Hopefully we can get that amended by Tuesday.
Why wouldn't this pass? Is there negative parts to it?
Well, I mean, there's a couple components of whether or not people wanted to add a, budgetary line to have to remove graffiti. But again, I go back, and this is one of the basis of this was the broken windows theory. Things look good, people feel good about it. My neighborhood has been hit with vandalism pretty bad. The majority of them are private buildings. There was one private property that the person that did the graffiti hit, and the property owners chose not to press charges. But we still have that graffiti on that property. In this, it does add, obviously I actually worked to our DPW and parks, but part of the problems that they're doing now is all public property they're removing graffiti from.
What about
So-
on like people's houses?
So that was one of the things that got brought up at the last meeting, was like, we're not gonna remove, if you read the definition of graffiti, it's kind of summarized that what we could actually do to remove it better than leaving that blank. So I think it was like anything that was, I gotta look at the actual definition, but it was basically saying, like, if there was anything improper in a building, anything that was like swear words, things like that, that was not, good to public view, that would be removed.
At the North Utica meeting, I mentioned some stuff we were working on, and I mentioned this, and somebody came back to me and said, like, about houses that they were in
Well, the owners, they have to sign a
Stuff that you
waiver.
Use to take it off.
Yeah, there would be a waiver that they would sign. I mean, and it would, I mean, obviously, we would have to go through what we would paint it with, what we would remove it with. But a majority of the stuff that DPW has, removes stuff off of the properties that we have pretty
Okay.
sufficiently.
Yeah, I don't see why you wouldn't do that if you're business.
Yeah, so those are all going into committee, I'm hoping. I still gotta have 5 to put it in. so.
Yep.
Number 4, authorize the sale of banquet wine as full council, everybody good?
Yes.
All right, number 5, ordinance amending section 2-14-141, Samantha.
So these next 2 pieces of legislation, I'm actually not gonna submit. We were kind of doing a trial and error on how we could update our actual city code. So I'm not comfortable putting these in. The last one would be the exemptions to be amended to include the following. I think that we're kind of straining ourselves, so both 5 and 6, I'm gonna pull. This is something I was just talking about with UPD, the clerk's office, to see what would be beneficial. And I think both of those pieces just aren't ready to be put in committee. So you can pull 5 and 6.
5 and 6.
Yep.
Full?
Yeah, you can pull 5 and
So we're
6.
not even gonna-
Not entertained. All right, number 7, ordinance authorizing sale of disposal of surplus, that's all hands, everybody?
Yes.
Okay, all hands, everybody? And this is the stuff that we're selling. All right, number 8, sale of property sold at public auction, is that all hands?
What is this?
This is the sale of property of 507 Tilden Ave, a lot, and another lot on Trent Road.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Good, everybody?
Yep.
All right, number 9, let's see. Ordinance enacting moratorium on the battery storage facilities in the city of Utica. All hands? Don't they have to be stored properly anyways, or in the ocean?
Why is this, is there anybody here to talk about?
Is Law going to be down here to explain this further?
I can address this. Our department has been approached 3 separate times within the last few months by developers looking to establish battery storage facilities on vacant lots throughout the city in different zoning districts. Our zoning ordinance doesn't speak to this type of a usage. It's basically, this is large battery bulk storage, whereby they take a vacant lot and bring in essentially what look like shipping containers that have batteries within them. They, I believe, take from National Grid during periods of low usage, say overnight, and then have the electricity available for periods when there's high usage. The governor is looking to, is in support of this and pushing this at the state level. Unfortunately, our zoning code just is silent on this kind of a usage, so we're asking for a moratorium while we look to put the appropriate zoning in place, including where they'd be located, as well as any public safety requirements that would be necessary. NYSERDA does have a model law which we'll largely use principally for this, but for the time being, we're asking for a moratorium on this type of usage.
Anybody, committee, or we're gonna vote on it?
I mean, this
I
one's
don't
pretty
really
self,
understand a lot
That's
of
what I'm
this.
saying. I mean,
this one's pretty self-explanatory. I mean, it's obviously a public health and safety issue that the
So we're all good for it?
dealing with across the state. I mean,
We're all good?
I don't see an issue with this.
All good. Number 10, an ordinance enacting moratorium on billboards in the city of Utica. What's considered a billboard? That's the question.
Well, we've had 3 that have gone before the planning board and zoning board within the last couple of months, and we just received another application today. It's basically the large signs that you see along usually highways for off-premises advertisement of goods and services, businesses.
These are the 2 that
Events.
Carbone's trying that Alex wants to do there.
Those were the latest 2, yes.
Yes, okay.
Is that gonna affect campaign signs for people running for
Well,
office?
there's-
No, these are large 20 by
These are like the
10.
the build.
Can I ask a
Oh.
question?
the one on Culver Ave.
Me too.
Well, can't you guys just deny it? The billboard? I know that's pretty self-explanatory. I just don't understand the moratorium. Like, what will this 6 months get us?
It gives us time to look into strengthening our ordinances so that it's not at the will of the
So
zoning
right
board.
now, we don't really have anything establishing what should and shouldn't go up based on the billboards. Are they LED billboards or?
I believe they are digital.
Like the ones at the fitness mill, right?
Yes.
That's how he explained it to me.
Okay, anybody?
I mean, and Brian, I mean, obviously, what language are you looking at as far as the moratorium on billboards? Is there anything specific that you saw that you?
We haven't even looked into it. It's just, this was a reaction to having 3 in the last 2 months.
Did they approve him when he came in front of you guys?
They did.
He did, right?
Yep.
So, based on the design guidelines, I mean, obviously you have scenic and historic, you have the design guidelines for the harbor. Is there anything else to like any specific area that you would see this going to, that you needed to amend the zoning code to match the design guidelines from, say, the harbor, or maybe mirror what's going on in scenic and historic, things like that? I mean, obviously scenic and historic is a little more detailed in its description on, but I think the design guidelines for the harbor are pretty well thought out and what's allowed and what's not.
It is, but that's not where they're asking for billboards to go.
No, I know that, but what I'm saying, could we mirror something along the design guidelines for the harbor?
It's something we look at.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, they would be grandfathered into anything that we do moving forward, but I don't know. I always thought that was a good plan that we had for anything that went along North Genesee Street, so.
On this?
I would say yes.
All right, now, how do you guys?
It's up to you guys.
Are
Everybody
there,
else.
what applications are in right now?
It would be
Well,
grandfathered in.
Everybody who's in now would be would be able to get something?
Yeah, everybody who's submitted up to this point.
Okay. Do you know if there's more in the pipeline?
No, those 3 have already been approved, and there was 1 submitted today to our office, so that would go through the process.
Gotcha.
But any from this point forward, assuming,
That's the reason you want
You passed
this,
this
'cause it
ordinance.
seems like there's a lot of them coming through.
correct.
Okay.
There's no free speech issues involved in this, right?
Just because we went through the design guidelines for the harbor, we went through the design guidelines for scenic and historic. I mean, Brian knows my feeling on the zoning code that we had updated. I mean, they passed a 117-page document, and things could have mirrored a lot of other stuff that we had already on the books that wasn't included in it. I mean, we've had to update the convenience store legislation. Like, we did have a lot of things on the books that were rescinded and replaced when that actually went through. So I think if we update this, we might be okay.
Well, they got the reason why you want to do it.
Yeah, right.
All right, number 11, proclamation commemorating the 100th anniversary of Daughters of the Nile. Who did this? Anybody?
Yeah, so that's fine. This is a proclamation for the local UARTA Temple number 24, Daughters of the Nile. They're in support of Shriners Children's, specifically out in Springfield, Massachusetts, for years, been donating time, financial, monetary donations. It's a good cause, hoping to make this full council, and I will ask that we waive the rules of order. We have a couple members coming in right around 7 o'clock today.
Okay, anybody, no problems? All right, number 12. Proclamation honoring Michelle McCarrick. Who's this?
Love it.
Who did this?
So we submitted it on behalf of the entire council. Michelle's done a wonderful job over the years, and I know that council people have been there, the mayor's been there, but just something on behalf of the council that we want to, on one of our last series, honor her, and Councilman Beatrice is going to present the proclamation at the series on Friday.
And any of you guys, welcome.
Like Copeland Park?
Yes. In between, I guess they're gonna call me back and tell me the exact time, but in between.
Friday night. It's the last one.
Resolution number 13, authorizing adjustment to the 2025-26 solid waste service charge. We can talk on this?
Usually what happens is that they have their own, waste, solid waste or whoever they pay, to take care of their own private facilities. So this is what we usually go through. I mean, it explains the reason, religious property, private hauler, one family. This goes through the solid waste authority in the comptroller's office, and then they submit us with a list each year. But the only thing that I have is that the, solid waste adjustment for the services, it says dated December 2024. Is that because it follows through to the following year of the 25-26? Or should it say up until September 2000?
No, that's how they've renewed in the past too. So
They've always renewed it, so whoever was, and then whoever had to get added to it? Okay.
Any questions? Number 13. All right, let's keep on going. Oh, wow. That's it? Oh, wait. Number 14, ordinance amending composition of fire, Bureau of Fire.
That's going committee.
That's committee? Okay.
That's what the email said.
Okay, number 15, proclamation recognize Utica Post 229, prep level American Legion Baseball.
I'm gonna,
So,
we're set.
who did this?
I did.
Okay, so we gotta run it.
They're coming in today. Yep, they'll be here in about
Are you gonna do a rule of order so we can?
Yep, we're gonna wait that for,
Do the same time.
Joe's could go first, and then I'll do the Utica Post.
Rock, you get that? Okay. All right, that's it. Any other questions? Make a motion to hang out for a half hour. All right.
You want to go through the committee one?
I don't think there was anything else in there.
No, there's that one
Just
zoning
one,
piece
I
that
think.
can,
Oh, Brian, did you want that out?
Yeah, they can come out. DEC responded, they didn't have any comment.
Number 9? Number 9, you
yeah.
said?
Is there any specific industrial, or is it heavy industrial, light industrial?
When we redid our zoning, it changed to all, we don't distinguish between light and heavy anymore.
No, I know that, but like, is there anything that was previously heavy industrial that could go into that? I mean, I know there was, what, two things inside the city, which was the
Brewery was heavy.
the brewery, and that's it? And is there anything specified in industrial that could actually go there? That's considered the brewery, or that heavy industrial component?
I mean, it could, but that's not the reason why we're.
Okay, so I just want to make sure nothing else came up, that's it?
No, we're just
Okay.
doing this for the remediation.
Okay, all right, thanks.
That's it? All right. Make a motion to end.
Second.
Sam, all those are.
to order. The city clerk will call the roll.
Aiello, Bitar, Carcone, Irvin, Beatrice, Williamson, Classen Botesta, Lemetico, Jeruzzi, present.
Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance, followed by a moment of silence for the deceased members of the Common Council.
Can you give an extra moment of silence for Coach Steamboat?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Is there a motion and second to dispense the reading of minutes from the previous meeting?
Motion.
I'd like to make a motion to waive the rules of order for tonight.
I'll second.
Second, yep. So we have a few proclamations. So the first one is proclamation commemorating the 100th anniversary of Utica Temple, proposed resolution number 11. Motion and second? Yep. Whereas in 1913, Daughters of the Nile was founded. You want to read it? Yeah. Okay.
Please let him read it.
Okay, I'd like to thank Sandy and Judy coming in tonight for being here with us. These are two members of the Utica Temple number 24, Daughters of the Nile. It's an organization that does really great work, philanthropy to children's, Shriners Children, specifically in Springfield, Massachusetts. Over the years, Utica Temple number 24 has given many, many hours, monetary donations, to help these families in need and really go through, really while going through the toughest times of their life. So we're very thankful for the work that both of you and the organization does. And on September 20th, they'll be celebrating the 100th anniversary here, our local temple number 24. So again, before we read this proclamation, thank you, and again, congratulations to the temple number 24. We'll go ahead and read this into the record here. Proclamation commemorating the 100th anniversary of Utica Temple number 24, Daughters of the Nile. Whereas in 1913, Daughters of the Nile was founded as an international fraternal organization for women united in friendship, personal growth, and philanthropy. And whereas Daughters of the Nile have made it their philanthropic mission to support Shriners Children's, a world-renowned network of pediatric facilities that provide expert, compassionate care to children with complex medical conditions, regardless of a family's ability to pay. And whereas Utica Temple number 24, Daughters of the Nile in Utica, New York, has exemplified the mission of Daughters of the Nile through charitable work, volunteerism, and continuous dedication to children and their families. And whereas Utica Temple number 24 has supported Shriners Children New England in Springfield, Massachusetts, assisting with the purchase of necessary equipment for the treatment of patients. And whereas the women of Utica Temple number 24 are committed volunteers and community leaders from all walks of life, unified in their purpose to serve, uplift one another, and bring healing and hope to children in need, now, therefore, be it proclaimed that the Common Council of the City of Utica hereby recognizes and thanks Utica Temple number 24 and its members for their steadfast dedication to children and families of the greater Utica community, and celebrates September 20th, 2025 as the 100th anniversary of Utica Temple number 24, and be it further proclaimed, this proclamation will forever be inscribed into the minutes of the City of Utica Common Council meeting on this 27th day of August 2025.
Can I have your votes, please?
Eight yeas adopted.
Again, congratulations to this great organization, really.
Can I have a motion and a second proposed resolution number 12?
Motion. Sorry.
Sam, we're just gonna do 12 first.
Sure,
then.
go ahead. Yep.
This is just a proclamation honoring Michelle McCarrick, whereas for the past 10 years, Michelle has been a force and unwavering heart behind the Levitt AMP Concert Series here in Utica, an extraordinary community event that has brought the joy of live music to thousands summer after summer. Be it proclaimed, her reign comes to an end. The Common Council for the City of Utica honors Michelle for her decade of service and extend our deepest gratitude and admiration. Her impact resonates far beyond the final note of each concert as she leaves us with memories documented by thousands of her selfies. Thank you, Michelle, for a decade of vision, passion, and music. Your votes, please.
8 yeas adopted.
Okay, I have a motion and second to introduce proposed resolution number 15.
Motion.
I'll second.
Second.
Thank you.
Okay, I would like to invite the boys and coaches from the Utica Post 229 up to the podium, please. So first off, I want to thank the parents. I mean, you guys really are the show to these guys getting here and playing baseball. I don't think you all can thank your parents enough for the work that they do for you as well. But through that, you've also reproduced baseball players, and I think that that's the most important part too. So I'm very appreciative to have them come here today. I've had the honor, along with Coach Ritchie, to coach some of you in previous years. Captain Holt's not here, but he's also coached. Coach Singleton. They all have been here, and I think that's the most important part. So I appreciate you guys coming, and congratulations. So the proclamation recognizes Utica Post 229, whereas the prep level of American Legion Baseball began in the Mohawk Valley during the 2023 season. And Utica Post 229 was one of the inaugural members. That league has grown from 4 teams at the start to now 10 teams. The Utica Post 229 team has captured the District 5 title for 3 straight seasons. And whereas the team finished with a record of 16-10 overall, 11-3 in the regular season, 4-1 during the district playoffs. The team started off hot with a 4-0 record. They struggled splitting the next group of games, going 3 for 3, but then finished strong by closing out the regular season 4-0. And whereas Utica Post finished with the top seed overall heading into the playoffs, Utica allowed only a single run in each of the first 2 playoff games to advance to the district championship series at Murnane Field against the number 2 seed team, Utica Blue Sox. And whereas Utica Post won the series by taking the first game, and after dropping the middle game, came back and closed the series with a mercy rule victory in the decisive Game 3. And whereas Braden Gouger, Carter Castronova, Isaiah Mitchell, Jared Holt, Joe Torresani, Marco San Giacomo, Amari Satchel, Owen Williams, Quentin Singleton, Chiqui Emanuel, Ronaldo Javier, Rory Hogan, Trenton Olmstead, Vincenzo Paglia all worked together and made their coaches, Greg Gaeta, A.J. Partapello, and Martin Letter proud. Now proclaimed that the Common Council for the City of Utica congratulate the 6 returning players with the championship experience and 8 newcomers for their team-driven victory. Congratulations, guys. It's an amazing accomplishment. Go ahead.
Can I have your votes, please?
Eight yeas adopted.
I just wanted to say thank you for this honor, and the boys worked hard all summer and carried on the tradition. There was a little pressure on them. I think they felt in the beginning that after 2 straight championships they had to deliver, and they came through.
Yeah, if you want to take the picture, you can come up.
Get you all a proclamation too. No, this is. There we go.
Thank you.
Is that a little Victor up Who's Victor? Which one? I knew it. Knew it.
Yeah, I'll get it to him, thank you.
Yeah, come on, Rock.
All right, 1, 2, 3.
We good?
Any of the parents want to come up, or you?
They got 'em,
You
I
want to get closer? You're good, all right.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, yes. There's no TV cameras out there.
So we have public comment period. First person is Carol Almonte. Altamonte. Hi, Carol. Common Council has provided you a copy of Section 3244 public comment period. Are you in agreement?
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Go.
I'm pretty generic, my request. I see the sun's cracking the sky. It's a summer night. You guys could be anywhere else, and you're here, and you're doing the work of our community, of our city, and there's a goodness in that. In a world that can be cynical, there is a sweetness in that. And my plea, I guess, more than anything, is that that goodness translates into how we treat each other and how we communicate with each other. I'm 72 years old. I can remember the city. I've lived in the city most of my life, and I can remember when the discourse at the city level was anything but fun. There was a lot of attack, and you've elevated it. You've made it so much better than what it used to be. It could have been a reality show, frankly, years ago, and some of you might be old enough to remember how it was. But you've made it so much better. And I guess what prompted me to come here is that I saw a couple of things in the paper that felt like a little backsliding. And I know we're all human and we all slip occasionally, but this is a beautiful place. This city is, I think, on the upswing, and you're part of that, and how you talk to each other and how you treat each other will help the city grow. And you can say it's just politics, but it's people and those beautiful kids. And every time we speak and they see and they hear. So the more that we can be the models for them, the better we are. So it's just a generic plea. Thank you.
Thank you, Carol. Francis Brown. Francis, Common Council has provided you a copy of Section 3244 public comment period. Are you in agreement?
Yes.
Thank you.
Someone did their homework over the break. And I would like to thank you for spending your summer working on the proposals going before a common council tonight. Now it's time for the council to pass the ordinance amending section 217 of the Utica City Code titled Nuisances. As far as the hearing panels go, I do not think Mr. Phillips should be on the panel due to him blaming the courts for actions not being done in the code's criteria. You can find that video and more content on the YouTube, Utica, the Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. Another video you can find is the back corner of my building that was spray foamed, of which Mr. Phillips closed section 304.6 of the code case that is in court, allowing my landlord to get away with it. Even though many other code violations, including section 304.1.1, paragraph 5, structural members that have evidence of deterioration, paragraph 7, exterior walls that are not anchored to the supporting elements, free of loose or rotting materials. According to Mr. Cortez today, the motion sensor lighting in my hallway is allowed by codes, of which he was referring to Mr. Phillips. See Property Maintenance Code, New York Section 402.2, must be lit at all times. Lately, it has been needing when I need to speak to the police around 3 a.m. because I have another complaint about the nuisances actions downstairs of my residence. So please pass the ordinance. Then I ask the Corporation Council to make Mr. Cortez and the nuisance tenants, Deborah Ismail and Antonio Franco, to be first on the list of the nuisance abatement. Another thing, on July 29th, there was a board and estimate appointment meeting in which over $4.8 million were transferred to various accounts. What accounts? If it was from the 24-25 over under budget, then why did we get a tax increase? Another question is, how is Mr. Diaz of Habano Cigars 315 allowed to spray paint the yellow curb gray to change the distance indicator to less than 20 feet of a crosswalk? Should that go before the zoning board first or something? More about illegal parking on Genesee and Elizabeth Street. No parking, 64 feet from the corner. I will keep posting videos until this illegal and unsafe parking is stopped. E-bikes are becoming more and more popular. They even wanted to put an e-bike facility in Harbor Point. Great, cool, but let's follow the rules. BTL 1242 paragraph 5 says no bicycle with electrical assistance shall be operated
Francis, you have to finish up,
on
please.
a sidewalk. Also, section 2-16295 of the Utica City Code prohibits riding even a regular bicycle upon a sidewalk within a district, including in front of the FX Matt Brewery properties. Another danger to everyone is texting and driving. 1, you're distracted. 2, you need both hands on that wheel. 3, it's dangerous. New York just passed a no-touch law, so excuses are out the window. Please check out the Utica, the Good, Bad, and Ugly, and leave appropriate comments. Thank you.
Thank you. Eugene Henderson? Eugene, the Common Council has provided you a copy of Section 3244 Public Comment Period. Are you in agreement?
Yes.
Thank you, Eugene.
All right. Public statement regarding retaliation by the Utica Police Department. I am compelled to speak out against the blatant retaliation being carried out by the Utica Police Department against me and my family. This retaliation began only after my wife had the courage to file a viable complaint regarding how our civil rights were violated by certain officers within the department. Instead of addressing these concerns, With transparency and accountability, the department has chosen to weaponize its authority against us. We are now facing frivolous charges that are not only exaggerated, but outright untrue. This is not a pursuit of justice. It is a calculated act of intimidation meant to silence us, humiliate us, and discourage anyone else from standing up against misconduct. It is dangerous. It is a dangerous abuse of power that endures the very trust between law enforcement and the community it claims to serve. The Constitution protects citizens from retaliation and guarantees equal protection under the law. Yet here in Utica, these guarantees are being trampled upon. When police officers use their badge not for justice but for vengeance, they cease to protect the people, and instead they become oppressors. This is bigger than me and my family. It is about every resident of Utica who values fairness, justice, and civil rights. If retaliation and false charges can happen to us, they can happen to anyone. I call on community leaders, civil rights organizations, and every concerned citizen to be in a full, in-depth investigation into these retaliatory actions. We will not be silenced. We will not be intimidated. We will not allow our civil rights to be trampled. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Eugene. Next speaker is Sharice Henderson. She has a statement that I am going to read for her. To whom it may concern, my name is Sharice Henderson. I am writing this statement to formally report a serious violation of my constitutional and civil rights by members of the UPD. On July 4th at approximately 11:30 p.m., officers attempted to arrest my husband. During the incident, I did not interfere or obstruct the arrest in any physical way. All I did was raise my arms and verbally question the officer's action, as I was confused and concerned about the situation. Despite this, I was suddenly grabbed from behind by an officer and in a forceful and aggressive manner that nearly caused me to fall to the ground. As a result of his actions, I sustained visible bruising on both of my arms, which I can provide photographic evidence of. After this incident, I attempted to file a complaint against the officers involved for excessive force and violating my rights. I spoke to an officer at the front desk concerning my complaint, and I was informed I should be hearing from one of them to reach out to me. Shockingly, after filing my complaint on July 9th, I was informed through the mail only that a warrant has been issued for my arrest on charges of resisting arrest, a charge I completely deny. I never physically blocked any officer from arresting my husband, pulled my husband away from the police, or knowingly committed any criminal act. These allegations were made after I filed my complaint, which I strongly suggest that was intended to cover up the officer's misconduct. I have no criminal record. Now, due to these false accusations, my record has been tarnished. I was forced to turn myself in and plead not guilty to these fabricated charges. My Fourth Amendment rights were violated through excessive force and false arrest. My First Amendment rights were violated through retaliation for filing a complaint. I was denied due process, learning of charges, and a warrant only through the mail. I am requesting, 1, a full and independent investigation into this incident, 2, that all body cameras and surveillance footage from the scene be preserved and reviewed, 3, any charges to be dropped, 4, disciplinary actions against the officers involved, particularly the one officer, 5, legal accountability for physical and emotional harm I have suffered. I've spoken with Billy Williams about this. Even he was confused and unaware of the reasoning behind these charges. Sincerely, Sharice Henderson. Sharice, I did send this letter to one of the captains, and they are looking into it. So, thank you. Next speaker, Michael Nasser. Michael, Common Council has provided you a copy of Section 3244 Public Comment Period. Are you in agreement?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Michael.
Hi, my name is Michael Nasser. First off, I'd just like to say that you honor the baseball team, and then they all just get up and leave. It makes no sense to me. They should have stayed for the whole meeting. Nevertheless, I mean, is it going to take that much? I mean, well, you think maybe they could spend some time to learn about government, but
Mr. President, with all due respect, I mean, that was an unnecessary comment.
it's not unnecessary.
Yeah, it was. It was.
I mean, really. Come on. What about their parents? They couldn't stay? Anyway, you see the bullying that's going on here, which brings me to my next point. When I first started this journey, trying to get the buses out of my neighborhood in Woodhaven Road, North Utica, I came in here. I was a first-timer. It's very intimidating to get up here, so it takes a lot of nerve, but I have that nerve, and I'm not going to be stopped. So I come in here, I talk to my councilman. He was not on board. He pretty much told me there was no chance of this happening. And that's fine if he wants to disagree with me. Michael Gentile, he's not here tonight, but he really helped me out to get these buses out of the neighborhood. So September 2nd, day after Labor Day, they're going to be gone. And I'm very appreciative because they speed limit is 15. Most of them slow down, but every so often, they still come speeding down the street, and there's hardly anybody on the bus. And I've said before, if you use the bus, you know, that's fine. Not everyone has the money for a car. But I just don't think they should, there's one or two people on the bus, they should find another route, which they have. So I am very, very excited that's happening, so I wanted to come back. Unfortunately, he's not here. I wanted to thank him personally. I just want to say I'm very grateful for that to happen because I didn't have very high hopes. You know, people are down on government. They don't think you guys get anything done. So to see something actually happen in my favor, it's one of the greatest things to ever happen because I was considering just moving out of the city altogether because if you can't take care of something that small, what really can be done? And recently I was on an Oneida County history scavenger hunt, historical places in the city. And there's a lot of homelessness out there. There's a lot of people just roaming the streets. You don't know what kind of weapons they have on them. You don't know what they're going to do to you. I try to take my family out there, have a good time, learn something about history, and I have to worry about if we're going to get jumped. So I really hope the city can turn things around. And just one final thing. I grew up for the first 5 or 6 years of my life, 432 Larchmont Ave by JFK. And now that house is boarded up. It's all overgrown, and it's so sad to see that happen. And there's plenty of other abandoned buildings in this city, and I really hope that you guys can somehow find a way to turn things around and get things in the right direction, because this city means a lot to me. I have the city of Utica flag flying outside of my home. I've lived in this area my whole life. My parents have been here for a very long time. It means a lot to my whole family, and I hope things can get done. So, thank you very much.
Thank you, Michael. Next speaker, Ron Vincent. Hi, Ron. Common Council has provided you a copy of Section 3244, public comment period. Are you in agreement?
Yes, I am.
Thank you, Ron.
My name's Ron Vincent. I'm a resident of North Utica. Last year, the year before, well, for many, many years, we've had a lot of flooding issues in North Utica coming down from Deerfield, just like they have flooding issues that come down through the Sequoia Creek. The people of Deerfield and Oneida County don't seem to want to do anything to help the people in North Utica, not like they do on the other side of town. A couple years ago, they wanted to take and run a stormwater drain down Coventry Ave in Utica. Our engineering department told them there was no way in the world that the pipe that runs through the city of Utica could handle that kind of water. So I don't know where that's going to go. Monday night, we had a North Utica meeting. We had the town supervisor from Deerfield along with two engineers that want to build this massive project on Horatio Street, across from Don's Ford, that runs right down to the border of North Utica. There's one street on the west side of the arterial, I believe it's Lorraine Ave, that's in the city of Utica. Those houses were probably built back in the 50s and the 60s. When they were built, the city of Utica engineering department put in stormwater drains, they put in sewer pipes and things like that, and they knew where the city line was. They knew they couldn't go any further, so they determined the size of their pipes based on that, which is the smart thing to do. Now this place they want to build up there, they're talking like 60-some apartments. They want to put in gas stations, retail stores, and things like that. Well, that water has to come down to get to the place down on Weirs Ave. Well, those pipes that are in there now, in my opinion, and I'm no engineer, I wish our engineering department was here tonight, I don't think they could handle that extra flow. So what would somebody do? I asked at the meeting, I said, so where would this extra wastewater and stormwater drainage go? You can't tap into the Utica pipes. You'll blow them all to hell. Excuse my French. And they says, well, we haven't looked into that yet, but we have a creek there. We have to worry about getting the water.
Brian, you're gonna have to finish up, please.
So I hope the city of Utica and everybody at this round table here, when the time comes to build this thing, takes that little bit of concern of mine and looks at it and tries to save the people of North Utica the problems. Thank you.
Thank you, Ron. There's no guest speaker. Report of city officers. Fire Chief Angersall.
I just want to let everybody know that Utica Fire Academy just started last week. We have 8 recruits in the academy and another 45 recruits from throughout the state. It's the largest academy class that we've ever had, and it just shows that the professionalism of our training division and the continued partnership with MVCC is we're really seeing a lot of gains out of that, and we look forward to seeing it continue to grow.
Thank you, Chief. DPW Commissioner Mark Sokolowski.
Yeah, I got a couple of things. Number one, the litter that we've been dealing with and been on Facebook and social media, we are out there every day doing what we can do. It's just that it's so insane right now of the homelessness and the littering that we're doing the best we can. And for the Larchmont Ave house that was boarded up, that came through codes through somebody abandoning that house, so we have to board that up so there's no more homeless people that go in there and make it worse than what it is. That's all I got.
Thank you, Commissioner. Captain Murphy, UPD.
Nothing to report.
Thank you, Captain. Brian Thomas, Urban Renewal.
Nothing to report.
Thank you, Brian. We have a cash report.
The City of Utica cash report for July 2025 totals $31.276 million received and filed.
Petitions, remonstrances, and appeals. First District Council Member, KDL.
Thank you, Mr. President. Just letting everyone know, we have the West Utica Neighborhood Association meeting September 10th at 6 p.m., second Wednesday of the month at 5 Points Irish Culture Center. That is all I have today.
Thank you. Third District Council Member and President Pro Tem, Joseph Bitar.
Thank you, Mr. President. I have nothing tonight. Just thank everyone for coming and hope everyone enjoyed their summer as we transition back in here to our regular meetings and into the fall. So thank you.
Thank you, Joe. Fourth District Council Member Frank Carcone.
I have nothing to report.
Fifth District Council Member Dennis Urban.
I have nothing to report. Thank everybody for coming tonight.
Sixth District Council Member Joseph Beatrice.
Yes. First of all, I want to take everybody to say a prayer, if they could, for the shooting today in Minnesota, the young people that were killed tragically during Mass, starting a new year. Also, the city of Utica lost a dear longtime coach, longtime gym teacher, Mr. Stamboli, who was a wonderful man. So if we can just consider that in their prayers tonight. And then a couple things I want to talk about. So very grateful Mr. Nasser coming to the council tonight. But I'd like to state a couple things. So when Mr. Nasser first requested the buses, he requested the bus not going down his street, but going down one street over. And I specifically told him that will never happen. The only way that it's gonna happen is if it goes down Route 12, and that's the way it's happening. And as far as any emails, anything that he's ever sent me, I followed up and I worked with Mr. Gentile on that. So I just want you to know that. When I said it's not gonna happen, it was never gonna happen. They were never moving from Rock Haven to Woodhaven or vice versa. I'm not sure of the streets. And that is correct. Okay, and we should be thankful when people do that, not rub it in their face with signs or anything like that that were put up, goodbye Central, because guess what? They did us a favor. They could change their mind tomorrow. So I'm glad that happened. It's good for everybody in the neighborhood. I just want to clarify that. As far as Mr. Vincent's comments, as far as Monday night, okay? So Monday night, there's two projects going on, and I've been at the Deerfield meetings, I've been to all the meetings, and I know what's going on in this project. The first project that's happening is up by 12 North by Don's Ford. It's 64 units. It's got nothing to do with the lower part of North Utica. That's years down the road if it even happens. So it was very chaotic at that meeting the other night. I spoke up, I've done the research, I've been there, and I understand what's going on. His concerns are everybody else's concerns, but the concerns about where he's talking hotels and convenience stores, that property, that could not even happen. It could happen, but it's going to be half the size because of they're coming through with the crick, and they're going to eliminate the project. The Army Corps of Engineers is not letting that happen. The gentleman told you the other night, whatever water flow that is coming there now has to be that way after the project is built. But nobody wants to listen. Everybody wants to go against progress, okay? So I'm just saying, that secondary project that borders North Utica is not even in the plans yet. So I just want to clarify those things. Thank you very much, Mr. President.
Thank you, council member. Council member at large and minority leader Mark Williamson.
Oh boy, a lot of sensitivity. Anyways, I have nothing to pass. Thank you.
Thank you. Council member at large Samantha Colissimo Testa.
Thank you, Mr. President. We start school next week. I just want to reiterate to everybody, please be careful in school zones. Understand, don't pass buses that have their stoplights up. I mean, common sense things, but sometimes they need to be reiterated and reminded for the start of the year. Yeah, that's it. That's all I got, Mr. President. Thank you.
Thank you. Council member at large Jack LaMedico.
I just hope to see everybody Friday at the 11th. What time does it start?
It starts at 6.
6? All right.
Where is that?
I'm,
You know where it
once
is?
I find out what time it starts, I will be there. But it's going to be the last one, so I'd like to see everybody there. We're going to give a presentation. So, thank you.
It's also the Lord's Bazaar as well. Unfortunately, can't make the.
We'll go there after.
Thank you.
Yep. Can I have a motion and a second to pull proposed ordinance number 1?
Motion.
Anyone opposed? To commit it? I
I'll
need a
second, Mr. President, please.
Anyone opposed? Committed. So we're gonna put proposed ordinance number 2 in committee. Can I get a motion and a second?
Second. Motion. Second.
Anyone opposed? Committed. Can I get a motion and a second for proposed ordinance number 3 to put in committee?
Motion. Second.
Anyone opposed? Commit. Can I have a motion and a second to introduce proposed resolution number 4? Motion. Second? Anyone?
I gotta find it. Hang on.
Second, anyone?
Someone with a second?
Second.
Thank you. Authorizing sale of beer and wine to Bank of Utica. Bank of Utica, FX Matt Brewery, Bank of Utica's New Year's Eve, Wednesday, December 31st, 2025, 7 p.m. to 12:30 a.m., Tuesday, January 1st, 2026, Genesee Street between Devereaux Street and Bank Place, Utica, New York, 13501. Votes, please.
8 yeas adopted.
Can I have a motion and a second to introduce proposed ordinance number 7? Second? Yep, ordinance authorizing sale and/or disposal of surplus city equipment. Votes, please.
We just gotta make an amendment to the actual ordinance to put the sponsors of the minority and majority leader.
Yep.
Votes, please.
Eight yeas adopted.
Can I have a motion and a second to introduce proposed ordinance number 8?
Thank you.
Thank you. Sale of property sold at public auction, 507 Tilden Ave, Tracy and Dennis Bova, $750. 0 Trenton Road, .33 acres, Teresa Wonis, $1,500. Votes, please.
8 yeas adopted.
Can I have a motion and second to introduce proposed ordinance number 9?
Second.
Yep.
Thank you.
An ordinance enacting moratorium on battery storage facilities in the city of Utica. Votes, please.
8 yeas adopted.
Motion and a second to introduce proposed ordinance number 10.
Thank you.
An ordinance enacting moratorium billboards in the city of Utica. Votes, please.
8 yeas adopted.
We have a motion and second to introduce proposed resolution number 13. Second.
Thank you.
Yeah, resolution authorizing adjustment to the 2025-26 solid waste service charge. Votes, please.
Jack?
Jack, votes.
Can anybody come in and explain this?
It's the same thing every year.
Properties that already paid for a service that don't need to sell.
Oh, okay. Okay, very good.
8 yeas adopted.
And I think we have proposed ordinance number 14 that we're gonna pull out of committee.
Motion to commit.
Put in committee.
Put in, a motion to put in, and a second.
Second.
Thank you.
I'm opposed.
Unopposed? Okay.
Which one is it?
I think it's ordinance number 14.
Just read it.
It's the ordinance amending composition of the Bureau of Fire. Fire Chief 1, Assistant Fire Chief 1, Chief Marshal 0, Assistant Maintenance Superintendent 1, Deputy Fire Chiefs 4, Fire Captains 8, Fire Marshals 2, Fire Lieutenants 26, Firefighter, Paramedic, and Firefighter EMT 89. Total will be 132. So we'll put that in committee.
Yeah, we did.
Yep.
Just throw that out of committee.
Can we pull proposed ordinance number 9 out of committee?
Thank you.
Amending the zoning of the former city dump from land conservation LC to industrial. Votes, please.
Eight yeas adopted.
Piece number 2 until December. I just don't have to keep printing it. It's from the law department, proposed resolution number 2.
It's in committee?
Yeah, discharge it, so you don't have to keep printing it.
Anything else? Motion to adjourn?
I got one thing. Sam, second race on Sunday, the 3 horse.
There you go, let's go.
Frank.